As I wasn't recording and I went on this beautiful channel. Good day everyone. As you can see, there's a new change in this channel and there's going to be continuing growth with this channel. With this new change, I am going to address the twin flames, because whether or not you're aware of it, the phenomenon of twin flames came right on the heels of the issues that are now in the States, right? Trump is elected, people are unhappy, there's a lot of things going on in the US that, need to be addressed, and there needs to be more love in the world. And twin flames should really be looking at the fact that they came along, and this phenomenon came right at the heels, or right at the outset of all of these other things coming. So if you look at the news today, there's a lot of things going on in the US where love is necessary, and if you're going to claim to be a twin flame, then it's about spreading the love. Now, one of the things that I'm obviously showing with the twin flame is the difference between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, in that the divine does not have a physical form. Masculine, feminine, it's division, it's Abraham and his religions, it's the idea that there has to be a separation between one or the other, that a physical form can't have, and so one of the things is that when these twin flames are doing their divine feminine and their divine masculine, how many of you are being honest with yourselves? How many of you are being true to your own form? How many of you are really holding to that true platform? And because emotionally a lot of us are not. Emotionally a lot of us are broken. We are stifled. We are, we're stifled. And one of the things I'm doing is I was writing my Reiki manual today, and I was talking about, this very thing, which is why I wanted to do this video. But it's emotion. It's the stifling of emotion. One of the things that came up mostly for me in the last 24 hours was how few people can actually express themselves emotionally in a valid form. I mean, we don't know how to communicate with emotion. We get mad at someone, we run away from them, we don't talk to them anymore, we get, and we don't realize that what that is a trigger of a need to learn how to communicate effectively. I have met numerous people in the last, little while where that's basically what's destroyed us. Their inability to process emotion, their inability to communicate with emotion, their inability to communicate emotion effectively. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm not, saying that I'm not at fault in some situations either. But this is one of the things we need to look at, and when you're going to take on the form of a twin flame, if you're single and you're a twin flame, you need to take this to the next level. You really need to incorporate what's important, because the point of alchemy and the point of doing all of this is to, it's to bend the gender. It's gender bending, it's gender fluidity, it's being able to be comfortable as one or the other, or both. In my case, it's both. I mean, Reiki came alive because people in Edmonton were afraid to come to a gay man's house. I mean, women were like, oh my God, I can't come see you, you're gay, but I don't know you. So I had constantly had issues with people. So I decided that Reiki was a smart idea, because I didn't know at the time that Reiki meant a lot more than she did at the first point, but I thought, a psychic drag queen, that's who I am, that's what I'm going to be. So, like I said, stay tuned, there's going to be more coming. But the thing is that we need to really look at this changing this black and white version of ourselves. Being gender fluid is something that's brand new to me, and it's because I took Reiki on, because I wanted to know who I was, and one of the things with emotion, sticking to that flavor, is that I was always told as a gay man that, oh my God, you're not like the rest of these guys, so you're way cooler because you're not super flamboyant, you're not, and so instead of enabling myself to grow as a person, I kind of stifled a lot of things. I stifled being, feminine, right? So here I am, haters gonna hate, whatever. But I took it, and I own it. I mean, Reiki is who I am. It's a part of me. It's the other part of me. There's two sides of me. There's the boy and there's the girl. And Jason is the boy and Reishi is the girl. And quite frankly, as Reishi, I feel happier, I feel better, I feel pretty, I feel, as a boy I have to struggle against body problems, I have to struggle against how skinny I am and what it all means to be, super thin and all this shit. And as a woman, well, I mean, you can't see it right now because I'm, just kicking back with my Sunday best. But I have the right body for it. I mean, I'm tall, I'm thin, I've got legs for days, I've got a nice cute little ass. I'm owning this, I'm working this, I'm being this, because the twin flame journey gave it to me. It gave me back my sense of being, and it made me realize, okay, if we're going to do this polarity thing of emotion, then we have to be able to say that we're masculine and we're feminine, and that's the same person, that's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you have your partner, it doesn't matter if the twin flame is a part of you or not. You as a human being are both masculine and feminine. In Jungian psychology, there's the anima and the animus. Those are the male and female archetypes within the subconscious. The more you the more you meditate with yourself, the deeper you get into your personality, the more you balance that gender bias, right? The one that says you either have to be this or this. And for women, it's a lot harder to be masculine because women are like, oh, you have to be a woman, you have to be feminine, you have to have a baby, you have to be this. And, you guys are giving the short end of the stick. I say this all the time. And for men, it's not any easier. I mean, I hook up with married guys all the time, like straight men. And, they don't want to deal with sexuality. They just kind of want to do what they want to do, and then they run away. And half of them are, doing the drugs like cocaine, marijuana, whatever. They're high as fuck, and what's happened is that there's a push from one side, the feminine, if you will, whatever. It's not really feminine to be gay, but anyways, there's a need, and there's a construct within that need that blocks them, and that is what femininity is and what masculinity is, and that, we have this stereotype still to this day. As much as we have gender fluid, as much as we have gay rights and all that stuff, we still have this idea that a straight man is only this and a gay man is only this, and never shall the two meet, and we need to change that. And so I'm kind of rambling here, but we need to become more emotionally available to ourselves. And if you're going to be a twin flame, if you're going to claim that you're a twin flame, then you need to do the alchemical process. You need to own both sides of who you are. You need to come out as gender fluid, because technically to be a twin flame, that's what we need. Now, gender fluid can change. I mean, you look at kink, there's a bottom and there's a top, there's a submissive and there's a master. Those are ways to work in gender fluidity, and those are one thing that happen. I personally prefer to have a gender fluid personality. I like being gender fluid. I like having this as who I am. Putting makeup on is it's liberating, because I was denied how to do this for so many years, and I denied it afterwards because, again, I was masculine. I was this, I was the gay guy people liked hanging out with because I didn't make them uncomfortable. Well, as you can see, I'm kind of done making people feel comfortable, and this is just a small bit of the beginning. So I encourage you to stay tuned, because in the new year, there's going to be some changes coming to this channel with, I'll be doing readings on this channel, I'll be doing interviews on this channel. We're going to make Reishi a bigger thing, not because I want fame and fortune, but because I'm tired of living in a small environment, and this is too tiny for me. So I want to get bigger. So, just trust in who you are and trust your process, and stop believing what the world says, because what the world says is bullshit. It really is. I mean, there's nothing to prevent you from being exactly who you want to be. One of my heroes right now is Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is a multi-million-dollar makeup queen, and he slays it, and he has amazing videos. He has amazing talks with some of these, with Adore Delano, I don't know if I've seen him, whatever, with Adore and Laganja and all these different queens, Alyssa, and he slays it, and he owns it. And that's what we need to do, is we need to own our uniqueness, because we're forgetting that we are unique. And, if you're a twin flame, you got to find what that uniqueness is, and you got to own that shit, bitch. You can't just be like, oh, I'm a twin flame. I'm just gonna be here, and I'm just gonna follow this shit on Facebook, and I'm just gonna be the same person all the time. Because that's not a journey of healing. That's not a journey of finding yourself. That's a journey of bullshit. So come on, girls. Find yourself, find your inner man, find your inner woman. Be who you are. Now, peace out, bitches.